Week 5, Saturday. Saturday people. From Psalm 13, 1-3 and 5-6. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I bear pain in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all day long? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep the sleep of death. But I trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, because he has dealt bountifully with me. Today is Saturday, if you are reading this book in its daily sequence, that is, which is not obligatory. And indeed, I'm recording this on a Friday, so tough. By choice, it is the day in the week when we like to relax. Saturday is away from work. In Jewish and biblical faith, Saturday is the day of rest, the Sabbath. When you can choose, how do you spend a day like this? There is another Saturday, not one in which we choose to spend time, but one that occupies an important place in all our human living. It is the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter Day, between the cross of Jesus and his resurrection. This day symbolises all those waiting spaces where we find ourselves living between promise and fulfillment, losing and finding, death and life. All of us arrive at this day at some time or other. For some, the journey with it is long and painful. Others must learn to make their home there. Donald Eady is a pastor, preacher and social campaigner who also lives with a chronic physical disability. Out of personal necessity and through long engagement with the stories of others, he has reflected deeply on the experience of those he calls Saturday people. And there's a book reference which is by Donald Eady, Grain in Winter, Epworth 1999, should you wish to look that up. The community of Saturday people is very varied. It includes, for example, those living with serious illness or long-term life-restricting disabilities, and those who accompany them. Victims of social exclusion, prejudice and deprivation are also found here. Saturday people may be those living through unsettling change in their lives, where outcomes are uncertain, unemployments, life losses and other transitions. This is a community of all faiths and none, with no quick solutions on offer. The challenge to religion is to resist resorting to superficial comforts or easy answers. There are no maps at hand for Saturday people. This is a place of waiting, and little in our culture prepares us for the challenge when it comes. Eady notes that the sustenance we need in this place is of a very different kind, like a deeply rooted plant drawing from what it needs from hidden depths. We usually have a clear idea of what we are waiting for, clear wishes and actual outcomes in mind, but for Saturday people, the waiting must be open-ended. It is a waiting beyond the waiting, where outcomes are neither clear nor predictable, and we have to lose control. Open-ended living requires a surrender, an act of trust, and a willingness to be shaped by something that is far beyond our own imagination. We do not come to it easily. Sorry. Whose company are you sharing on this Saturday? Roger is a friend who has lived for years with chronic health issues and is frequently near to death. Chris is on a harrowing journey through the breakup of his marriage. Sue is there too, somehow sustaining faith in a church so conflicted about sexuality that she must keep a fundamental part of her identity and selfhood hidden. Anne lived with multiple sclerosis for 43 years. In terms of her most basic need, God worked no miracles for Anne, but her husband John recalls how often, though lacking speech and latterly movement, people seemed changed by the experience of meeting her. Something was given and received, outside any familiar measures of human exchange. Perhaps she ministers to God, he mused. That's in John Goldingay's Remembering Anne, published by Piquant in 2011. Jesus is also found among the Saturday people. In the accounts of his earthly ministry, his authority and power are often noted, but as he approaches his final suffering and death, Jesus is described in passive mode. He is handed over to the authorities. He follows where once he led. he is now acted upon. In the words of the Apostles' Creed, he suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. On the Saturday between his cross and resurrection, death and life, we meet him here with all who wait. Let's pray. Lord, help me to stop trying to be in control, and instead to wait in openness and trust for the future you will bring. Have a good day.